The thing that like really first got me into plant sciences was like I really enjoyed like growing things when I was a kid, gardening, and I used to sort of prune apple trees for my grandparents and stuff like that. But then I found some plants growing in the garden, and I was like, I don't know what these are. And I tried looking in like a really old flora that my dad had when he was at teacher training college. I couldn't find it, and so I like took bits of it and flattened them. I was only about 7 or something. Flattened them in a flower press and then sent them off to Kew Gardens with a little packet of the seeds and stuff. And they sent back like an identification for it a couple of weeks later, and it was Hieracium aurantiacum. It's like foxes and cubs. Basically looks a bit like a dandelion but with like orange flowers on it. It turns out it actually was in the book, but somehow I managed to miss it. But I was like so thrilled by the fact they like actually made the effort to send back this ID for me, and that's kind of what got me into botany. I went to university and I studied plant sciences, and then after that I went into research briefly, working on wood preservation, which is sort of plant science adjacent. So you know those pallet boards that forklift trucks move around, and they used to be treated with a wood preservative that's like really nasty for the environment, and my research was about trying to find alternatives to those and how they were broken down by bacteria, and the one that was like in use that replaced it was more environmentally friendly and was broken down. So yeah, that's plant science adjacent but not like really proper plant science. The main things I'm doing now with my plant science education, I teach undergraduates plant sciences, so I teach biochemistry of plants, so like dark reactions, photosynthesis and things like that, and also some plant taxonomy. So one thing we do is we send our students out on a biodiversity challenge, and they go around and find representative members of different plant families and groups and other organisms too. And we get them to make posters and stuff like that. The thing I most enjoy about my job is like meeting undergraduate students and teaching them. It's really fun teaching the next generation of plant scientists about plant science. So if I were to tell undergraduates what the best thing about plant science is I just love plants so much. There's so many jobs in the field. There's so much like interesting research going on in terms of plant pathology, plant taxonomy, agriculture. It's just an amazing field to work in. It's an amazing field to teach, and we're surrounded by plants, and I love them so much, and I just hope undergraduates will too.